What's up, guys? My name is Joey Letcher, and I own the channel Dirty Max Diesel at Reproduce Performance. So what we're going to do on this channel is a lot of how-to videos. So how to repair your Duramax or Cummins or Power Stroke, how to add on extra aftermarket performance parts, change headlights, wheels and tires, the NorCal cut, etc. Just a learning channel. So you guys can tackle anything on these trucks, build your trucks, however you want to do them yourself, and not have to go spend the money for somebody else to do them for you. So on this episode, we're going to be changing out the headlights, putting LED headlights in and switchbacks in, and then we may or may not get rid of this mesh grill. And then on another video, we're going to be doing tow mirrors. But as of right now, let's get to installing these headlights. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do to change these headlights, I'm going to try to be as in-depth as possible so you guys have a clean walkthrough, easy how to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this off. Okay, so these tools right here are amazing when it takes to popping these rivets out. You can use 2 screwdrivers, flatheads, and go on each end and push up and they'll come out, but these just make it a lot easier. Just pop up beneath there, pops out, just like that, and it's out. Alright, so now since we have that off, what we're going to do is we're going to need a 10mm wrench or ratchet, whichever one you prefer, and we're going to remove these 4 bolts off of this grill, and then there's a bunch of tabs back up underneath here that I normally take a flathead screwdriver and push down on the tabs, or what I use better is some needle nose pliers, and I'll reach back behind there and I'll squeeze the tabs and push out on this, and it makes it really easy. And I'll demonstrate that all for you once I remove these bolts. Okay, so I forgot to mention that if you want to use an impact like this, you can to remove these, or standard drill, make it a lot faster. So we're gonna go ahead and remove those. And then there's a bunch of clips back behind here, but before we do that, we have to take the wheel wells off so we can remove this plastic piece. So this will come out easy because there's tabs up underneath this that hold into this grill itself. And before we can remove that, we need to pop these off so this comes out easily. So I'll send you over here to underneath the wheel wells and I'll show you how to remove those. Okay, so here's the passenger side wheel well. It's basically going to be the exact same thing on the driver's side. So you got several rivets down through here, 7mm bolts up along the edge, more rivets and rivets back here. So what you're going to want to do is you just want to remove all of those and completely take out the wheel well. It makes it a lot easier to remove this plastic piece and the headlights up underneath there. Okay, so after we take the wheel well off, if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can go up underneath there, and there's 2 10mm bolts up there that you can loosen up. Just makes this a little bit easier to pop off, or you can just grab it by the edge and give it a little pull, and it'll pop right off. There's tabs right there, the little hooks up underneath there that it holds into, and you'll do that on both sides. So once you have both sides disconnected and pulled off, what you want to do is you want to start on one side. Remember, there's tabs up underneath here, down through here, that actually hold this. So you just reach one hand up underneath it, push down the tab, and work its way out. Same with this one, work its way out. And the next one, push it down, work its way out. So on and so forth, and this will pop right off. Okay, so here's these clips that I'm talking about. There's one here, down there, and then another 2 over here. But you want to take it, and there's these tabs sitting up here on both top and bottom, and you just take your needle nose, pinch in, and pull out at the same time. Makes it so much easier. And do that to every single one of them, and this will come off. Okay, so now since we have the grill off, it's time to remove the headlights. So you have a 10mm bolt here, 10mm here, and then there's supposed to be one right there. But I guess whoever had the truck before me, or whoever put these on, broke it. So you can see right there where it's supposed to be on the headlight right there. And that bracket comes out to right here, and there's supposed to be another 10mm bolt right here on both sides. So we'll get to that. So as y'all saw in that time lapse, you saw this headlight completely fall, and that's exactly why the bracket that goes right here is there for a reason, is to help catch that problem. I mean, you could unscrew that one and screw this one last and catch it, but that's why that's supposed to be there. On this side, it was broken also. See, as you can tell, that's what it's supposed to look like. And there's a whole bolt broken. So we're gonna extract that. That might be fun. All right, so I'm just gonna take the welder to this instead of trying to sit here and drill a hole out and try to extract it with the bolt extractor. So what you wanna do first, if you ever touch a welder to your vehicle, you wanna disconnect the batteries. Make sure there's no electronic circuit, no electrical circuit going through anything. And then what you want to do is you want to take your ground cable and find a piece of metal and make sure it's bare. If it's not, make a spot that you can clip to like that. That way you have at least a little bit, you have a ground for it. You told me yes, you held me high, and I believe when you told that lie. I played soldier, you played king, you struck me down when I kissed that ring. You lost that right to hold that crown. I built you up, but you let me down. So when you fall, I take my turn and fan the flames as your blazes burn. You were there at the turn, waiting to let me know. We're building it up to break it back down. We're building it up to burn it down. We can't wait. All right, these are the new headlights. Look at that. So I had already taken these out and went ahead and installed everything. And so these would be going in there. And normally when you buy these, they don't come with nothing. So you have to remove your factory ones out of your original housing and go ahead and put these on from your factory to your aftermarket ones. And then once you do that, it's just a matter of sliding this back in there and hooking these all up, which in your case, the harness would already be on here. And so you just plug in the one main harness down here at the bottom and you tighten your screws back up. And I'll show you that here in a minute. So we finally got that bolt out. So this is essentially what it's gonna look like afterwards. And if you go with switchbacks, which I can leave a link below with these ones, after you put this in, you wanna tape them really well so you don't get any moisture or anything in these connectors because they'll rust if you do. And what I always like to do first, before I connect and install everything, I always like to test to see if they work, see if everything works. So right here, looks like the side marker's on, headlights, the low beam is on, those are on. Now I'm gonna go switch, see if my brights turn on. Brights are on, off. Everything functioning how it's supposed to. Blinkers. And so now, since everything's functioning correctly, what I'm going to do is go through here and tape all these off, make sure everything's waterproof, check everything out, and then we'll slide it in here and connect it all back together. Okay, so as you can see, got these taped off with the automotive tape. Makes it look really nice. So what you just want to do is you want to tuck that back down. Depending on the LED lights you get, it will depend on if you can connect this back down there where it's supposed to be connected. If you can't, you can always just bunch it up like this and zip tie it, or put it in and zip tie something up behind it so it doesn't interfere with anything. But for now, I'm just going to push it back there in the housing. And you'll see this little tab right here at the bottom. That tab is going to slide right up into here. And then you want to make sure your back tab right here goes in first. This tab right here goes back in there first. Makes everything easy. And then your bottom tab goes in. And then, bam. Pops in there just like that. And you got a couple little tabs back here on the side that pop in. Boom. And then you just put your screws in. And tighten everything down. Just like that. Alright guys, and that completes it. So the time lapse of me putting it all back together, it's essentially the exact same way. You take it off, you just repeat the process, putting it back on. But man, it is a totally different truck. It looks amazing. And on this specific truck is a 2011 GMC Sierra 2500 HD. And stay tuned. In just a second, we're going to get another video of us installing tow mirrors. Y'all have a great day.